After seeing a lot of videos online about how to grind money in Gran Turismo 7, I noticed a lot of the videos don't actually show an hour-long process of the praxis of grinding money. So in this video I'm going to show you with a stock 86 Gr.B rally car. I believe you get this free for completing one of the menu books, but I forget. And also, this video is made after the change of 1.07, where the reward money for actually completing this mission is now decreased. So at the end of this video I will show that my total credits, I've made about 1.65 million credits in 1 hour through just grinding this mission non-stop. And I also like to say that I consider myself an above average driver, and I was able to, I guess I would say, average about maybe a 3:05 time around this track. I'd also recommend, if you are wanting to grind this, keep grinding even if you're failing. The second place car usually finishes around 325 to 320. So as long as you're able to, I guess, keep up with their car, there's a few places where it'll become very easy to overtake the car. And this requires no setup, as I shown in the beginning. I believe that you should learn the car stock and learn control of the car before worrying about a fast tune, because if you put on the high RPM turbocharger, it'll be kind of hard to control the car over the bumps and jumps of this track. As you can see, I actually messed up there, but I kept going. And as long as you don't hit the other car, and you can hit the walls as much as you want and you'll still get a clean race. So overtaking the car really early is important, just so that you're not constantly around the car risking the clean race bonus. One piece of advice I'd give if you're starting off this for the first time and feel intimidated is car control, again, is the most important thing when rallying. Top speed and acceleration can be good, but if you can't control it, it's pretty much useless because the car becomes undrivable. Now that section there that we just went through is probably the hardest part of the track and where you can lose the most time. In the sped up version, I show ×8 speed where I did the full hour. That was probably the part where I lost most of the time when I did make mistakes. That section, like, you top out at 240, 250 at the end of the straight, even though it's curved, and it's still super important that you maintain speed there. Now, also another tip I would like to give is for going over the big jumps. I'd recommend, as you learn in the license test, you should go over the jumps straight, not turn midair, and as soon as you land, also do not turn, because that can unsettle the car. And I also recommend going full throttle over the jumps, as you're about to see here. I was able to keep relatively straight, and there's other laps in the fast forward if you were to watch that. Going over that jump, I was able to maintain straight. But as long as you don't touch the other car, you can reasonably finish this race, banging off the walls and stuff, and still get the clean race bonus, and within reason. I haven't gone out and tested specifically to just slam into the walls and see where the limit is. And the last thing I'd probably say is menuing. You learn to speed menu. You can just power through just pressing the X button, and until you get to the outside after the replay screen, you'll have to press right and hit retry and then start again. So it's just a bunch of X's and then right once and then X the final time to start the race again. Now this is the 8x speed. It goes for a little bit because I just want to proof to show you guys what it actually might look like after a while of competing. And I don't know if this is still the most efficient anymore after the update, and I'm not 100% sure when Gran Turismo is going to add more, because in the intro to the game they said, like, one of the updates is they are planning to add more cars, more tracks, more stuff. I believe that's like when you are before the world map, when you can choose the music rally or the world map, you can kind of look at the information, kind of future updates they give. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this. Sorry I don't have a setup. This is just kind of how I play. I just kind of maximize what I'm given, and I'm not very adept at tuning. I just like to drive fast. Anyways, hope you enjoy. now we're coming to the end of the hour. This was my fastest lap, actually, which is kind of funny. It was a 3:03. I finished the lap a bit after the hour finish, so I don't know. I didn't do a too in-depth calculation on how much money per second I'm making, but I did finish making 1.657 million credits. I think this is still pretty good. It's not as good as a lot of other YouTube clickbait thumbnails are, like 2 million credits an hour. I don't think that's realistic or whatsoever. So I finished with 1743518 credits, which is pretty good. Just an hour making almost 1.7 million, and it took me 106 kilometers. And I believe the track itself is, you get 6.4, so I was able to do it about 16 times in 1 hour, which kind of makes sense because it's, 3 and a bit minutes plus menuing, and an hour divided by 4 is 15, so that's pretty reasonable. It's a fun race. It's more fun than doing the actual time trial, or not the time trial, the American one around Special Stage Route X, where you can just use a Tomahawk or something and go super fast, the road car version. If you made it this far, I'd like to thank you, because I know this video is kind of weird, and I'm not trying to call out anybody in this video for making, clickbait thumbnails. I learned of this method actually from Tijni. He gave a few good ideas and methods on how to grind money on various stages in the game. So I don't know if he was the very first one to discover this, or if he had someone else, but he is the one that I did learn it from, so give him credit. And the rest of this video is just the replay of my fastest lap. So if you want to, I guess, look at my driving style or study it, it's up to you. I'm not the best at rally. There's probably other players in the game that are better at tuning and driving than I am. I feel like with a proper tune, and if you can get good control of the car with a high RPM turbocharger, you could probably get under 3-minute laps, which would only increase your net amount. But yeah, this is actually relatively fun. I first started not liking rally. I was getting like 3-minute 15 laps, 3-minute 10-second laps. Eventually I was able to understand the jumps and the corners a bit more and how the car controls. So with practice, I believe everybody can actually be relatively efficient at this. And the car is free as well, so it's not like there's no pay to entry. You can start immediately getting return on investment with your time in this mission, which is good for me, because I like efficiency and speed. As you can see, I've already done 712 kilometers, which is quite a bit. I've been practicing this a lot. I didn't just pick up this first try and immediately was able to do well, beat the car every time. It took a little bit. I also use this for the other rally stages or challenges in the game, so not all of the 700 is on this course alone.
Bye.